Okay guys, so today I'm here in Dublin Port and we're doing a little ferry battle today. We're going to do Stena Line versus Irish Ferries to see which is the best for crossing the Irish Sea to Holyhead. So we're starting off today, as you can see behind me, the Irish Ferries Ulysses ship is behind me. So we'll check in, we'll board, and then we'll see what the food, the service, the seating, etc. is like. So let's go. Okay folks, so we're checked in. It's quick, easy. No issues, and then like a random bag check by security. That's about it. So just waiting to board the ship, and we'll have an explore around the ship. Then we'll see. So I'll check back to y'all in a bit. There's a view of Dublin Port down there. There's it towards the front of the ship. We'll so in a moment we'll make our way out to the club lounge. So I booked the club lounge. So we go in, we'll have a look, see what's on offer. Definitely get a cup of coffee. I've been on the go since 3:30 this morning, so it's 7 a.m. at the moment. So okay. Okay, so the you see in the map here, guys, everything is more or less based on deck 10 and 11. So all the shops, all the kind of bars and restaurants are spread out across those two decks. And then further down on the left we have guest services like information desk, and then you have like a bureau de change there should you need to change any money. So this is bringing us down more or less where the lounge would be. And the club lounge is actually on deck 11. Thank you. The front of the ship. It has its own separate staircase here, guys. Yeah, folks, we'll get to club lounge, see what's on offer. I'm definitely getting me steps in today. Okay, here's the club lounge.
Good morning, how are you?
How are you?
Welcome. Thank you. Very welcome. Thank you.
It's grand, thanks very much. Okay, so this is the Irish Ferries lounge on deck 11 on the Ulysses. Now, one thing I didn't like about this, guys, is the seats are crammed in everywhere compared to Stena Line. I didn't find it a comfortable place to sit at all, and it was extremely hot in here all the time. A lot of people were complaining about the heat in the lounge. Okay guys, so we're in the club lounge, so you can kind of see it there behind me. And if I turn it around, so that's looking at the front of the ship. So it's still, you can see there's still trucks and there's still cars. So whether we leave in time or not is another thing. Okay, so we just got it's the yogurt, beer fruit, a coffee and a bun. So we'll see how hungry we are later on, if we get something else or not. So we'll have this, and then we'll go for a walk around the ship. Okay, so there's a view of the lounge. Plenty of seating. Now, folks, I just came outside here for a little bit. One thing I've noticed is the club lounge. The heat in that club lounge is ferocious. You can't sit in there for very long, and I've heard a couple of people complaining about the same thing, the heat. So I've come out here on deck. Now, when you come out here on deck, this is deck 11. There's an awful smell of sewage up here coming from, must be the tanks on the ship. So you can't hang around here for too long either. So it's not looking good for Irish Ferries at the minute. Like the food in the lounge is not great. As I said, the heat in there is shocking. And then when you come up here onto deck 11, the smell of sewage from the storage tanks on the ship is dreadful. So we'll see how Stena does. So we'll come back to this later on when we get nearer to Holyhead. Okay, so I'm just heading down to Leopold's bar. This is kind of like the main. This would be the main bar on board the Ulysses. A nice big space. If you want to sit, have a couple of drinks, etc. Alright folks, so this is Leopold's bar. No, I didn't order on here because it's a little bit even too early for me. 10, half 10 in the morning. So seems to be quite a nice place at the front of the ship. Okay guys, that was Irish Ferries. Not too sure how to feel about that one. There's a couple of lot of issues on that ship. But we'll see when I go back with Stena to see how Stena fares out. So when I see you guys next, it'll be on the Stena adventure. So I'll shut you all down. Okay guys, welcome back. So I'm in Holyhead here, and you can see just in the distance there is the Stena Adventure. It's the ship we're going to be taking back to Dublin. So we'll see which is the best. Is Irish Ferries. Now Irish Ferries didn't do too well on the way over, so hopefully Stena can do better than Irish Ferries, but we'll see. And then what I'll do is at the end of the video, when I get home, I'll give my opinion then when I'm back home. We'll put together the scores to see who is the best. Now, in regards to filming in the terminal, I know here they don't like you filming in the terminal because the police will be wandering around and the security guards, and they don't like to see people filming. So if I can film discreetly, I will. If not, I'll catch up with you guys on the ferry. Now, I can't walk onto the ferry here like you can in Dublin. You have to get a bus. So we'll see what happens. So I'll catch you all in a bit. Okay, folks. So we made the ship finally. So I'm just chilling now here in the lounge for a bit, and then we'll go around. We'll explore the ship a little bit. And then if you can see that, that's it's Viking Line, one of their cruise ships. Okay, so I'll finish my wine and then we'll explore the ship.
Hello and welcome aboard. We are happy to have you with us. Short blasts, followed by one long blast.
Okay guys, so we are leaving Holyhead, and you can see the Viking Lines cruise ship there behind me. So maybe someday when the channel gets to 10,000 subscribers, we'll do a cruise. I've never been on a cruise ship before, so I'd be interested to try it out in comparison to a ferry. You can see today the ferry is fairly busy. The last time I was on the Stena Adventure, there were no trucks on this deck at all. It's just all refrigerated units out here. So yeah, so busy. A lot of rust on the old Stena Adventure. That's one thing I've always noticed about the ship. She's very rusty. Not that it's an old ship, over 20 years old, so you know, sure it's hard to maintain. But then again, I wouldn't say she's too many years left before she goes to the scrapyard. So okay guys, so it's Christine's birthday next week, so I'm gonna go down to the duty free and see if I can pick her up a nice bottle of perfume. So we'll go down and check it out. Now guys, so we got something for her birthday in the duty free shop, so I'll show you what I bought so you'll know before she knows. There you go, Lady Million. If she doesn't like it, I blame you, so you all picked it. So okay, so we'll come back and so we'll do a little bit more exploring around the ship, and I'll check back with you guys in a bit. So just in regards to access to the lounge, guys, this is with Stena here. Like, the door was always secured. You had to put your key number in each time. In regards to Irish Ferries, the door was always unlocked with Irish Ferries and nobody checking cards. You know, one thing about the Stena Plus lounge is, guys, it's such a nice space. It's well laid out. Lots of space between seats, etc. But when I was on Irish Ferries, the seats are all kind of jammed in as if they're trying to fit as many people as they can into the lounge. But here, you can see there's lots of space to move around between tables as you're coming and you're going. So that's definitely a plus for Stena. Okay, so from the table menu, guys, I decided to order the meatballs. The costing was £10.50, and I have to say they're the best meatballs I've ever tasted in my life. Okay, so we've reached the port of Dublin on the Stena Adventurer. So the ship is just getting ready to turn to enter her berth. So just outside the salt encrusted windows that's the Ulysses, the Irish Ferries Ulysses that we travelled over on earlier. So what I'll do is now, guys, I'll disembark and I'll catch up with you when I'm actually back at home, and I'll discuss which I believe was the better of the two ships. Okay, guys, welcome back. So I've made it back home after my trip with Irish Ferries and Stena. So my thoughts on the two ferry companies, which I thought was the best. Now I'll give you the prices first, okay? So if you're traveling with Irish Ferries and you decide to upgrade to their club class, they charge €25.50 to upgrade to club class. Stena Line charge £25 for their Stena club lounge. Now, Going out with Irish Ferries, I did find that the ship was late, nearly 25 minutes late leaving the port. Um, when you went up on deck, I said this to be on deck 11, there was a very, very strong smell of sewerage up there. Kind of really the only open area you can go to on the ship, and there was a dreadful smell of sewerage up there. In the lounge itself, a lot of people were complaining about the heat, and the heat was ferocious in that lounge, and there's no way you could sit there for 3.5 hours of a ferry journey. So you'd have to go back outside, back up to deck 11, where that horrendous smell was. I did find though their lounge it's crammed full of seating. Like they're trying to maximise that as much as they can. It's to me, it's too cramped of a space with the amount of seating that they have, and then trying to get up to get food is, especially when it's busy, is near impossible. Regards to Stena, again, ship left on time. The lounge is really, really nice. It's nicely laid out. It's nicely decorated. It's not crammed full of seats. Plenty of space in between tables for you to walk through. In regards to food, etc., you see in the video, I ordered meatballs in the Stena lounge, which was really nice. I think it was £10.50. I thought money well spent. I have to say they were the nicest meatballs I've ever eaten, and I would just book that ferry again just to go and have those meatballs. Also, they do have a table service with Stena. They don't have that with Irish Ferries. So in Stena, you have staff walking around. You want to order stuff from the menu. It's right that we can get you. Really nice. Makes you feel like you're in the hotel or a really good restaurant. And nothing like that with Irish Ferries. In regards of access, initially when you board with Irish Ferries, they give you a code to get into the lounge. And I went up to the lounge. There's a guy on the door. And people were only boarding the ship at this time. And they take your details, etc., give you the code. And after that then, there's nobody on that door, and the door was just open. So people were just coming and going as they pleased. In regard to Stena, they give you the key code, and the door is always locked. You have to put the key code in as you come, or as you come into the lounge, which is good. So overall, my experience out of the two, I would definitely go with Stena. Fair enough. The Adventurer is an older ship. She doesn't look great on the outside. There's a lot of rust on the ship, but inside the ship it's really nicely laid out. Again, the lounge was fantastic. Irish Ferries, yeah, a nice ship. Plenty of deck space when it doesn't smell. And with Stena, the deck space is quite limited because of the way the ship is designed. You can these walkways down either the port or the starboard side of the ship. Not huge, but then again, they're maximising space for trucks. That's where the majority of their revenue would come from. So on this trip, guys, I would go with Stena. Now that was the Ulysses, and then it was also the Stena Adventurer. If you guys are interested, leave a note or leave a comment down below. Say if you want me to check out the James Joyce. And then you also want me to check out, say, the likes of the Isle of Innisfree, and then any of the other Stena ships. We can do a comparison with them. Or if there's any other routes you'd like me to do, either in Ireland or the UK or abroad, let me know down in the comments, and we can organise that. So, yeah, I'll go with Stena this time, guys. If you've travelled on both ships, let me know what you think. Let me know your thoughts. And do you think that I'm wrong in choosing Stena over Irish Ferry? So as always, don't forget to like and subscribe. It's greatly appreciated when people do subscribe. It helps the channel grow so I can make more content like this for you guys. So from me, from my editing area, I'll chat to you all soon. Take care.